recently, Beto has said, hell yes, we're going to come take your AR-15s, your AK-47s. Do you guys think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea to take them away.
I don't think anybody really needs an AR-15 to protect their kids or their home.
You don't believe in women's rights?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
But it's
No,
not the same. Don't put this.
They are the same. So after Beto or Robert Francis said, hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s and we're going to implement a buyback program, we're here in St. Augustine to ask people if they think someone with a criminal history should be in possession of so many guns. Let's see what they think.
Hell yes, we're gonna take your AR-15, your AK-47.
He said he's going to come and take them.
Well, I guess I'd like to see him try.
So, I don't know how much you guys pay attention to politics, but we have a person running for president who said, hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s and your AK-47s. You guys think that's a good idea to go out and take those from people?
I can curse.
Go for it.
I feel like I don't give a fuck. And no, you can't do that because he might want to shoot somebody up with his AR, but I might want to protect my wife and kids. So, oh yeah, and shouts out to Big E, and shouts out to Big Gwizzy, and Freaky Jr., and we out here. It's Big No Name. Shout out Kodo, shout out Ant, hey, Big E. Hey, we turning up this year, and yeah, No Name for president. Ha.
All right, very intelligent. I love SoundCloud rappers' opinions. So recently, Beto has said, hell yes, we're gonna come take your AR-15s, your AK-47s. Do you guys think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of people getting screened beforehand, because I mean, there's a lot of good that can come from that.
Yeah. So you said yes.
I mean, personally, like, I'm of the opinion that nobody needs an AR-15 in their house.
Okay.
I know recently they just, I think Colt just announced that they're going to actually cease production of them altogether. They haven't really been selling as well.
Yeah.
So for me, like, if the government wanted to buy them back, I think that that's fantastic.
Presidential candidate Robert Francis O'Rourke, so Beto, has recently said, hell yes, we're going to come take your AR-15s.
Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, I understand both sides of that argument. Like, I see valid points in both, but
You can't infringe on their Second Amendment right. But what about the children? Don't you care about the children?
I think it would be a good idea to take them away at the end of the day. Even though I see the points for the other side.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, you see what's been going on, all these things that have been happening. They could have been easily avoided.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would we implement taking them away? How would we go in and confiscate them?
I mean, when people buy guns legally, it's all registered. Like, it's filed. Like, the information is out there. So find out what it is. That make them, send them in, reimburse them if.
How do we make them?
That's the tough part right there.
So he has recently said, hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s from you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good idea?
Oh, that's a complicated idea. So, oh man, you picked a bad person to interview about this because I haven't read up into it enough. I have no military experience. I have no gun experience either. So I have friends that love guns. I have got friends that hate guns. So personally, I need to look into this a lot more before I can form an opinion. But I've got, a year and a half until the election to form our opinions. So.
Yeah. I mean, is it ever okay for a presidential candidate to threaten the American people and say, I'm going to come and I'm going to take your weapons you use for self-defense?
Yeah, I feel like anybody can say anything they want. That's what's either going to get them elected or not going to.
Is it okay?
Is it okay? Yeah, I think it's okay to say whatever you want.
I support the Second Amendment, but I also believe that it should be regulated more so than it is now. Because
So do you think we should go as far to say, hell yes, I'm going to come take your AR-15?
it seems more of like the extremist point of view, and he wanted a shock value out of it. So in hindsight, probably not the best thing to say about it, but it's probably getting people talking.
What if I resisted? What if I said no?
I mean, if you resist, like, officer or anybody, like, then that's a crime in itself, like.
Right, sounds pretty dangerous,
yeah,
right? To send in
it
the
is.
police to take my weapons I use for self-defense?
It is very dangerous, and that's a big problem. That's part of the problem. And danger is the reason why they should be taken away. Or
Well, if there's so much danger in the world, shouldn't we be saying arm yourselves to protect yourself against these dangers?
I mean, the amount of danger there is in the U.S., 98% of that danger doesn't require you to have AR-15. 99, I say, doesn't require you to have an AR-15.
A lot of women get raped on college campuses. A lot of drugs out there, a lot of bad cities, Chicago, gangs.
All things that you don't need AR-15s to fight against.
You guys think that someone who has expressed desires to run over children should be buying weapons?
No, probably not.
Because Beto is all of those things I just mentioned. I was describing Beto O'Rourke, who's running for president, who wants to take guns. Do you think this is someone who should be talking about taking my guns?
Well, I don't know. I think I would need to do a little bit more research myself, but just face value, probably not.
He has a criminal history. DUI, burglary. He wants to run children over with his car. He's put it in writing. It's out there. Do you think someone like that should be talking about taking weapons from people?
I don't know when all this happened. I mean, did it happen last week he did all this? Did it happen when he was 17? So I also think people can be forgiven for certain things in the past. I'm sure a lot of presidents have asked for that as well, too. So I think it all has to look in context as well. I did a lot of stupid things when I was 17, and now I tell people other opinions as well.
Did you have desires to run over children?
All right, so now again, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, how would you carry an AR? Like, it's not practical. Like, an AR-15.
I carried it
Yeah.
on Kent State's campus. I carried it around my school.
I mean, but that instills fear in people just itself. You carrying around a gun, like, that can make people have
Are
anxiety.
you scared right now?
You don't have a gun. If you had a gun and you
How
came
do
up
you
to me,
know I don't have a gun?
You don't have an AR-15.
Okay.
I don't think anybody really needs an AR-15 to protect their kids or their home. I don't think that there's any situation where...
Many situations every year. Actually, 3 million lives are saved every year due to defensive use of firearms. What kind of research did you use to find out that no one needs an AR-15?
That's just my own personal opinion. Like, I'm not doing any research, and, like, to be honest, like, I feel pretty strongly that automated weapons are not something that, like, the normal person needs.
I'm gonna stop you. What are automated weapons?
Anything that qualifies as, like, a machine gun. I thought this was going to be about, like, women's rights.
Yeah, women's rights to own firearms, and well, that's what our channel.
It seemed like a very leading question that you asked us to start.
You said automated firearms. Can you give me the categories and the standards that would be an automated weapon?
I don't know enough about weapons to answer that, and I don't really want to answer any more questions, so bye.
Well, AR-15s are not automated weapons, and there they go walking away when they realize they've been caught saying untruthful things and saying that their opinions need to be implemented for policy and facts into this country. Another one bites the dust, but you don't have to bite the dust. You can go to CaitlinBennett.org and go there and support me.
I don't want to be featured on your YouTube channel. Yeah. So
I'm not going to promise you that we won't, because you did consent to the interview, and this is public property and public
honestly,
space.
like, that's bullshit. Like, sorry, but that is.
See, like your opinions are bull. See, that's the thing. Your opinions are bull, and your opinions of wanting to implement things into this country are bull.
We believed in women's rights. You didn't say
And you
that.
don't. And you don't.
Yeah.
You don't believe in women's rights.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
But it's
No,
not the same. Don't put
They are the same. I guess you guys don't care about women being. If you guys liked this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. If you want to support me so I can keep making videos just like this, visit InfoWarsStore.com, where you can get great products like Brain Force, which gives me all the mental clarity I need to make these videos. Or take Turbo Force, which provides me with enough energy to make it through a long day of interviewing liberals. Not only are these products going to enhance your life, but they make sure I can continue bringing you all the content you love. Make sure you also join my Patreon at patreon.com/CaitlinBennett so I can hire security for when I attend rallies and do street interviews. If you sign up, not only will you be able to keep me safe from all these nasty Democrats, but you can receive cool perks such as shoutouts, autographed photos, and even have your name in the description of every single YouTube video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.